Hi everyone, my name is Ashfaq and I have something new, interesting. Well, this is interesting for me because I'm trying to learn and I figured out the way how to use the Python for networking. And I would like to share my experience with you guys, so I hope it will help you. Uh, so the task today is that I will be creating the loopback interfaces on routers and switches or any device for the network, and will assign the IP addresses to them. So this will just give you an idea that how you can create a loopback address and how can you assign the IP. Since this is a beginner level, so I will be doing something very basic, which is just to give you an idea, because there are further more advanced mechanism methods where you can do it more in more better way. So the first thing which I'm going to do is I will drag some router switches. Since I'm using the VM GNS VM, you can see this is the GNS VM, and I have integrated my GNS VM to the GNS interface. This is where it is. So purpose of this is to get access to the more devices. But I mean, if you are using the workstation or the desktop based GNS3, you can also do with that. So let's say I'm going to get one router, the R1, a switch, which I will be working on GNS3 VM, yeah. And the other one, I need to connect this to my uh, laptop interface. So I will be connecting that to my laptop interface. So what will happen? I will open my CMD command prompt, and this is on my desktop machine. It's not on GNS. Since I have installed the Python and the Python version is 2.7.1 for the desktop. If you guys don't have installed it on your machine, so you can go to the internet browser and search for the Python 2.7.1 or whatever is that, and you will see it's available on the Python. So this one I'm using, I have it installed on my desktop. Once you click on this, you will see the Python and you can install it. So since I have Python installed on my machine, so I'm going to connect this cloud one to my physical interface, and my physical interface is okay. So I think I need to remove this one. I will delete this one because I'm going to connect it to my physical machine. So I will drag another one where I will be using the laptop. This will allow me to see my laptop physical interfaces. Let's see, if I click on this, go to configuration, I can see the Wi-Fi here. So let me delete the other ones, and I have only the Wi-Fi one available. This one, apply, okay, and now let's get them connected. Okay, Let's power on the devices. So since now I'm connected to my laptop via this my Wi-Fi interface, and my Wi-Fi interface has the IP of IP config find IPv4. So if you can see, my internal network has this subnet. What I will be going to do, I will assign IP on the F0/0 on the router from this subnet. This will help me to connect the router to my laptop, and we will be able to telnet that. Okay, so the first thing which I'm going to do is I will assign this IP to the F0/0 and check the connectivity. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0, IP address is 192.168.1.100, 255, and 0. No shit. So if you guys can see, I should have connectivity to my gateway or to my internal network. If not, we have to find out why it is. And if you can see here, I'm able to connect. Let's check from the inside network. Ping 192.168.1.100, and yes, here we go. So we are able to reach out to this router. Let me enable debug logging. Uh, yes, I think. Okay, I think for some reason I don't see the debug for the certain information which I wanted to to capture. But let's start with the further configuration. The only thing which we did is we assigned this IP to the interface, and now we are going to configure the device for uh, Telnet. So the first thing which I'm going to do is to provide an enable password, then create a username and password for logging. So the username and password is ASH. Now the next thing which I will be going to do is to make sure that we have the logging as a local, and the telnet transport, we make the transport input as a telnet. Okay, so I'm going to select the transport input all to make sure that the telnet is working on that, and logging is already local. So the configuration is pretty easy. I just want to enable the telnet on my device. So let's do a test to make sure that we are able to telnet our switch. So this is the first thing which I'm going to do is ASH, yes, I'm able to log in. So this is something which I made sure that we are able to telnet the device. Okay, the script which I will be running is uh, pretty easy. We have some modules. These modules we will need for the for this configuration to be successfully deployed. The host represent uh, the router. I put the router IP, which is this one. This is the host which I will be telnetting. So when I run the script, this statement will retrieve any host that is configured is equal to this. So the strings are predefined for the user, which I will be adding, which like here, if you see, I was asked for username. So this is something I have predefined. So when I will be asked with a username, this way it will take me to this string. So here I will be able to write the username. This is a raw input, so I will need to provide my username here. This will be just like a common CLI where we will be logging into the console and it will ask us username. The password is the same thing. We will read this password, which will be this, and then it will take us back to the password where we can. This statement will enable us to input the password. And these are the statements which I will be doing. So I will be doing the telnet write to the first command which I will be doing is the enable. The second one is the enable command. I need to provide them. And once you provide the enable backslash and mean that go to the next line and then config T and interface loopback 0, then the new line, and this is the one loopback IP, the other loopback, and the second loopback also. So these are the IPs which I am going to provide, and then I will uh, put a statement of the, and the last thing is I will end and then exit the CLI. I want to print all the lines. So this is pretty much easy, not a rocket science. I have created this script in the Node++, and I will be I have already saved it as a save as, and I will be, let me add it to C drive and telnet. I will give it a name telnet. If you can see, you have already the Python. If you don't see it, you can select like anywhere, click on the P, and you can easily find the extension for Python. So I saved as, and it provided the extension .py as a Python. So okay, so it says you cannot save on the C drive. Let me save it on the folder under user and my with my name, which I'm already here. Username and Ashfaq. This is the folder where I saved the script. Let's see what I have, and if I can see, yeah, this is the file which I just saved, and this is the data in that file. Since I am also a beginner, so I did it uh, pretty easy way. Let's see. We are going to run this. So this is the file which we are going to run. We have connectivity. We check the connectivity, and so let's run the file and see what results we are going to get. So that is telnet.py. You see, it asks me the username, the password, and if you see, these statements are deployed. And here you can see the logging information on the screen. So these are the results. You can see the loopbacks are created, and the first we were configured. We were logged into the console, and then the loopbacks were created. Let's confirm the loopback, and here you can see that these were configured. So that's pretty much it. If you want to do some other tests, so definitely you can do that. There are a lot of material available on the internet. I will be uploading further videos, and I hope we will be going toward advanced level, which will help us to automate the network. Thank you so much for watching the video.